about 10, or 5.
Unit 1, go ahead.
15, Charlie.
Transporting 1 to the VA.
15, go ahead.
Unit 1, transporting 2005.
Just for note, I just drove 66 from Pine all the way to Verdigris turnaround. Everything seems to be clear on the roadway, other than the shoulders are pretty covered in water. Copy.
Oh, make America great, like Trump always said. Pro-conservative values from heart to head. Anti-terror, anti-commie, anti-lunacy too. Pro-America, pro-flag, red, white, and true. Standing strong with Israel, hand in hand we fight for freedom and faith under God's own light. Terror's got no place in this world we defend, with our allies in Israel, brothers to the end. Oh, make America great, like Trump always said. Pro-conservative values from heart to head. Anti-terror, anti-commie, anti-lunacy too. Pro-America, pro-flag, red, white, and true. Standing strong with Israel, hand in hand we fight for freedom and faith under God's own light. Saddam's regime crumbled, we brought the light of day. No more hiding in shadows, we paved freedom's way. Trump knew the deal with walls and bold calls, kept the radicals running, built those embassy walls. Our bond with Israel, unbreakable chain against Hamas and hatred. We weather the rain, oh make America great, like Trump always said. Pro-conservative values from heart to head. Anti-terror, anti-commie, anti-lunacy too. Pro-America, pro-flag, red, white, and true. Standing strong with Israel, hand in hand we fight for freedom and faith under God's own light. No room for the socialists spinning their lies, or the crazies dividing with their wild-eyed cries. We honor our heroes, the ones who gave all for family, for country, answering the call. Trump led the charge with grit and with grace, keeping our nation in its rightful place. From Baghdad to Jerusalem, the eagle soars high, with stars on our banner, touching the sky. We'll never back down, no surrender in sight. Pro-Trump, pro-values, we'll win this fight. It'll make America great, like Trump always said. Pro-conservative values from heart to head. Anti-terror, anti-commie, anti-lunacy too. Pro-America, pro-flag, red, white, and true. Standing strong with Israel, hand in hand we fight for freedom and faith. For
All right, everybody. It is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, live on YouTube. Hello, fellow patriots. Welcome tonight. I'm glad everybody's here. We've got a lot of folks in the chat room already. Lots of storm coverage tonight. Last I checked, there was not a whole lot going on in Israel, but I am going to be keeping an eye on that as we go through the evening here in case there is a bombardment. We've decreased the Iranians' ability to launch missiles and to return fire by a pretty high percentage, 86%, something like that. It's in the 80th percentile. And we've also degraded their ability to defend themselves in their airspace by almost 100%. So, I mean, the war's almost over already. If it's not really a war, it's a conflict that's been going on for 47 years. But anyway, let's see what else is going on tonight. We're going to be doing a complete news roundup, but the main thing we've got to talk about tonight is we do have tornado warnings out right now. And I do have fire departments up online here that are in the path of this thing. And I will be playing them as well. I have to turn the music off and turn them back up. It's on the same audio feed. Okay.
PD has the truck, roadway's clear. I'm 10-8, you can leave 16 on it.
All right, so we are monitoring live scanner feeds. I'm also going to be going back and forth between TV and Radar Omega.
Closure. Thank you.
One 13.
13, we're on scene 1256.
I am using left and right ear. Currently, we have Flat Rock Fire, Wagoneer Fire, or Wagoner, and Warner Fire. These are all from Oklahoma, eastern Oklahoma.
Yes.
We also have Tallahassee, and also Muskogee County Public Safety. We also have Tulsa Creek, Rogers, and Wagoner County EOCs. I got all four of those counties up. There's 700 people listening to that feed right now, and it is up.
She said she could give them a call.
That's what's talking right there. It's
Yeah.
a fairly clear feed. So we're monitoring the emergency management in about 5 different counties.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to be looking ahead now to see what county is next.
Yes.
Okay.
In dispatch, are we monitoring Oak Grove traffic?
I believe so. I don't. Yeah, we have it. We just haven't turned it up. They got something going on over there.
That tornado's on the ground. It's moving down Oak Grove Road. It's going to move into their jurisdiction, so they may call for mutual aid.
Copy. I got them turned up to max now in case they come over. Engine 2-131, command.
Address is going to be 13316 North 133rd East Avenue.
Hi, 7.
2013.
Okay. Doesn't look like they're live. Nope. It's, yeah.
I don't know if it's storm related, but I know it's got a train derailment related during the same time, or maybe because of the wind or tornado.
Holy shit.
Copy.
Hospital mileage is 6.2.
26.
All right, guys, I'm staying here with you. I'm gonna be continuously trying to pull up new scanners, new feeds, new videos, and we're gonna be dissecting the radar. I'm also looking for.
And we do have trees down in the road.
Unit 6, 423 South Michael Avenue. 423 South Michael Avenue. 55-year-old female. Difficulty breathing.
Yeah, I bet. Oh.
Taking 083 889 014. Also have another second. First is Ann, last is Canavan, Charles Adam Nora, Adam Victor Adam Nora, left.
I can't believe these stations are not live on the air.
Negative valid 43 on Bella. With USAA.
All right, well, I'm ready to pull up more scanners. Let me figure out.
Avenue.
Can you give us that address again?
Driver's going to be transported to St. Francis South upon mother's insistence for 8.
Go ahead.
405 North. The mother's going to wait here for a tow truck for the vehicle. Can you put me a time and number for a minor 81 or break?
Go ahead.
I meant minor 82, please.
87 copies.
Understood. I gotcha.
Engine 4 door.
Dispatch 208. Can you get the RP's information?
Okay, sir.
10-4, thank you.
I'm going through TV stations that are right near Tulsa, and the
For
websites are
additional
all
damage, I
crashing on
can't
me.
get out on our channel. I'm not portable for some reason.
It could be just a crazy amount of use.
He was like, and he's the scariest one of them all. But he ain't.
County contact Creek Nation Dispatch. We have a Creek Nation officer. It's either Nacone or Brant has their vehicle blocking the road. We can't get up supplies down there.
Notify them now.
Unit 12, good morning. Post Central, please.
This tree fell that way instead of this way because it would have been in our house.
And Chance, walk me through what this was like for you, because you were in a nice, peaceful sleep.
Yeah. So I woke up. My parents was like, "Come on, come on," and I was like, "What's happening?" And then it was like, "There's a tornado happening." And as soon as I went to like the hallway, the house just shaking and stuff, and I'm like scared because I don't know what's happening. I'm still half asleep, and it was just scary.
How long did it last?
It lasted about like I'll say 4 to 6 minutes.
That's
Unit 5, go ahead.
Yeah.
You just, I guess, hoping and praying that everything stays in one piece.
Unit 5 on scene, 2021.
There's a lot of folks out right now walking around, checking on each other. It's really nice to see that.
It's been amazing. A lot of people have stopped by asking, "Are we okay? Do we need anything?" And I love to see that.
East 36th Street,
they've been so helpful.
You're obviously without power.
36th Street.
You go out on 36 and you can see, oh my goodness, the big line sound. So it'll be a little bit there, but thankfully no injuries, at least that we've seen here. We saw some fire trucks, and so we haven't seen that.
Good, good. It was definitely God watching over us.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
telling
Thank
the story.
you.
Chance, great job. Great job. All right. All right. So, a frightening, a harrowing story here on Lansing, but everybody's healthy.
The dispatch let you know we've got damage over here at 91st and Midway.
Yeah, I've got that report at 91st and Midway. Reported damage.
Okay, it's probably going to be at plenty of two. Fences down, street signs down, mailboxes down. We got windows broken out and holes in roofs.
28 going to be at Oklahoma, clean for 18 to the punch up.
Was clear. Oh, sir, 2023. Sir, did you get the 20?
George 0816.
You guys still chasing the storm, or are you guys looking for damage?
2102 East Augusta.
All right.
You check that name.
All right, guys, I'm continuing to look for more feeds, both audio and video. I do want to call out a few things that we've got here so far. We do have a tornado warning currently in effect, and that's where our scanner feeds are also right in this same area.
Okay, can we confirm that the rotation's out of our county?
And as you can hear, it's continuing to move. I'm looking for scanners up ahead of it now. But all this is continuing to move north, and you can see this area in this gray box here. That's the area we're watching for severe weather this evening. And this is leaving in its wake power outages.
208, did you want 90?
Okmulgee County, 2,800 people without electricity right now. And Lincoln County, currently 1,300 people. And this is going to continue on. Creek County, 2,000 people. So as you can see, these little counties right up here. Tulsa County, 6,300 people without electricity.
EOC copy 2024.
So this is coming right through right here, just south of Tulsa. Of course, it went through Tulsa pretty good earlier, but now it's off to the south of Tulsa, just southeast of the Beltway. Actually, a blast of some heavier rain is going to come through Tulsa here. And then after that, you should draw a line, and you should get a break. One more last blast of rain before the Beltway.
4317 East 68th Street.
And this thing is right near the radar site, so it's kind of hard to see. But let's go ahead and let me find if there's another close enough radar site. You don't want to be right on top of a radar site because you can't see nothing. All right, this is better. It's literally right near that tower site. All right, so let's put this in a split screen. And
Go ahead,
take a look at what we got here.
and we're heading to Pole on fire on 48.
It's not a great couplet, but there is definitely rotation there. And it's right near that tower site.
Go ahead.
This happened yesterday too. This is within a mile of that tower site. Can tornadoes take out National Weather Service tower sites and big, huge towers? Yes, they can, but it's pretty rare actually.
51 Midway.
Most of the time they hold out.
One of the barricades that's blocking the lane blew over partially in the...
All right, I'll bring down the scanner feeds just a little bit while I'm talking. All right. Yep, Enola, it's just to your north. And Prayer Creek, probably a good idea right now. Heading that way. Show 2, Adair, Strang, Salina, all out in front of this thing.
It's going to be the northwest corner.
Not a defined couplet per se, but still quite a bit of a couplet there. This radar is too close to give us anything, so we have to look to other radars out in the area that can shoot at it from a different direction, so we can kind of look. Yeah, look at that. This one is showing a couplet. Enola. I would be surprised if there was not a tornado on the ground somewhere near Enola, Oklahoma, and it's moving off to the north or the east-northeast. Let's go back to the single screen here, and let's change this to high-res velocity so we can see right where this thing is. It's right here. Oh, I hate this thing. I really don't. I just. Okay, they've just updated this to an observed tornado.
I know you're muffled real bad. I can't understand you.
This is an observed tornado now. Tornado warning remains in effect. It's a storm spotter confirmed. You can barely hear me? All right, I'll turn my audio up. All right, let's see. I am really not happy with this new freaking thing that they got here. God bless, it's stupid. I used to just be able to draw a thing right on the map like this and then let it go, and then it would show me when the storm was going to get places, but it no longer works. I can still draw the line or whatever, but then that's it. There's nothing I can do with it at that point. I got it to work yesterday, and now it's not working again. No matter what I do, it just... Okay, there, it did it that time. What was different between that time and all the other times, I don't know. But here you go, guys. Prayer Creek, 28 minutes. Which 28 minutes is not very long. I mean, it sounds like a long time, but it's not. Sportsman Acres, 30 minutes. Selena, about 42 minutes. Hoot Owl, 50. Strang, 53. Pensacola, and that's in Oklahoma. That's 57 minutes. And then about an hour for Spavinaw. And Langley is a little over an hour as well. This is going to be coming up that way. We do have a hell of a rotation here. And we do have a couplet. It's not the best couplet I've ever seen, but it's a pretty good one. What we're looking for, guys, in these in a couplet like this is this wind is moving in this direction, and this wind is moving in this direction. That's your couplet. That's your yin and your yang right here. And so we've got a tornado sitting right there, right where these two colors come together, right there. Probably right there. And that's how you can tell on this particular radar here. This is called high-res reflectivity, or this is called radio velocity. And what this shows you is the speed that the rain is moving in. Okay, green means it's moving towards the tower site. Okay, the tower site that is off camera. It's down here. Okay. And so the green is moving towards the tower site, and the red is moving away from the tower site. And that's how we can tell that our tornado is right there. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Is there any other ways we can tell? Well, we can. I mean, there's the correlation coefficient. We can look for debris ball. Nothing really pronounced there right this minute. And then, of course, you've always got your high-res reflectivity. And what do we look for? What do we look for? There it is, right there, J-hook. Boom, there's your J-hook right there. So we've got us a tornado. We've got everything you need for your classic tornado here. Let me put this back in the split screen for a minute.
At 1941 hours, we received a call of a truck versus a Dodge. The RP had left the scene because of the weather and wanted to make sure that it got reported in case the other party called in. Well, now the other party has called in, and they have a tag number. She would like for you to give them a call. Their name and numbers in CAD, and they'll be the second person. The first person was the original caller.
Okay.
Those the pink and the purple you see there on the left one, that could be cold cloud tops. It also could be echo from debris in the atmosphere as well. All right, let's put this in motion for just a minute so we can kind of see how it progresses here. Also, a flood watch now issued behind it. Look at that thing, how it moves across there. Really, really a good couplet there. You can see that couplet hold together for a while. This tornado is probably on the ground and has been on the ground. For some reason, none of the storm chasers are coming up. I am so sick of this guy showing up every 5 minutes. I don't even know who he is.
2035.
All right.
Okay. Can you say somewhat?
All right, I just want to real quickly, I want to say a shout out to all of our storm chasers tonight. We got Reed Timmer, we got Brandon Kopic, We got Jaden Peppenheim. Jaden Peppenheim, WX. Freddie McKinney, Gerard Vogue. Storm Runner Media, WX Shoal, and Mezzo Hunter WX. Those are all storm chasers that we have either gotten information or feeds from tonight.
Minor tree damage at about Joey Avenue in the roadway. 81st has been cleared.
Yes, I'm actually a trained storm spotter myself. I'm a Skywarn spotter. Been through the classes. I recommend everybody do it. It's good information.
Okay. You gonna head that way?
Yeah, affirmative. Let me get locked up here at the office and I'll sort your way.
I copy. I'll meet you there.
All right, this is the latest frame that just dropped, and you can see there is quite a bit of rotation inside there. And you can see we've got our J-hook. The two things we look for on the reflectivity, which is the one that tells us how much rain there is. You're looking for the J-hook, and there it is. And on this one here, you're looking for the yin and the yang. And so there you go. We've got our tornado. What's going on back here? It's like I got ghosts or cats or something. I don't know. But anyway, there you go. That's what we're looking for right there. Is those things. The reason I'm not using the tower site right there is it's too close. When you get into a few miles closer, you're close within 2 or 3 miles of the range of the tower, you get in a dead spot right there. And also, it's not all that accurate when you get that close. I think she's behind the monitors over there. Yeah, I mean, it's true. They see some crazy stuff. I know that I've got some buddies that do it pretty hardcore, and they've told me stories about how they're chasing and everything's going great, and then it goes through some town and destroys 1,000 homes. And they're like, we can't keep chasing. We have to stop and start helping people find people and stuff. You know, it's one of those things. I'm not finding much in the way of protesters, and the last I checked, everything's quiet over in Iran and over in Israel. I'm not saying completely quiet, but I don't have none of the feeds were showing anything. But right now we're covering the storm. We've got a tornado on the ground right now, so I'm monitoring the other two situations as well. If you guys see a link to something that's going on live, whether it be a missile barrage or stuffed inflatable animals, let me know, and I'll get it on. Mama just went nuts. She just ran outside on me, which is fine. That's what she needs to do. Go out and run around a little bit. Yeah, Dom, most counties also offer something through their emergency management. And some cities offer it. NOAA does offer some as well. So there's a lot of different ones you can take. Oh, in Beirut? Yeah, I think that's going to end up being a secondary area of operation over there before it's over with, because there's a lot of Iranians in that area that are bed down in there. I don't know. I don't want boots on the ground. That's my only thing. This all needs to be handled from the air and the sea. And I think that's still the direction we're moving in. All right, another tornado warning, just extended this one now. We've got another tornado warning, this one here. Let me get out of the splits. This is a tornado warning issued at 8:40 p.m. Central Daylight Time, National Weather Service. And this is for Hoot Owl, Strang, Salina, Pryor, all the places I mentioned just a few minutes ago, including Snowdale State Park and Rose, Locust Grove, the Sportsman Acres community, Pryor Creek and Pryor, all in the line of this thing. This is a tornado on the ground. Take cover now. Move to the basement or an interior room or the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. This is going to be a damaging tornado. It is observed and confirmed and on the ground, moving northeast right near Enola, and it is moving towards, it's going to go in between Choteau, I think it's pronounced Choteau, and Pryor Creek. And there's that Sportsman Acres. It's going to go right near there as well. This is a tornado on the ground, and it is moving northeast at about 30 miles an hour. All right, let me see. Are these the only 2 tornado warnings? Yes. Okay, so that's all we have right now other than severe thunderstorm warnings. Now, let me see what other counties are listed here so I can get the scanners up from those counties. What do we got here? Mays.
29, okay, 2042.
May White, yes, Mays. Okay, let me see if I can find that. Mays. Mays, there it is. Oh, I got Chateau Fire. Here we go, it's online. All right, I've added that. We're still monitoring Tulsa, Creek, Rogers, and Wagner County Public Safety. Also Muskogee Public Safety, Tallahassee Fire, Flat Rock Fire, Wagner Fire, and Warner Fire.
From what I understood, there was one confirmed 30 over Silicon South. Not a crash. I think it's just a tornado path or something.
Okay. I can't pick him up very well. If you hear him asking for help, I'll start that way.
Okay, I know he just stepped out of his unit, but I told him if Multnomah County EM or whoever's in charge over there needs our assistance with anything, to let us know and we can head that way.
Clear.
So I now got this county in there for their fire department, and we're covering all 5 or 6 of these counties here now for emergency management.
Let's go to 92 right now.
Hey guys, 91 is in Tulsa. I'm holding up until the storm passes.
Are they in the hospital still?
91, medic 1, we'll give you a different one.
It's pronounced Chow Tao? Okay, thank you. I was trying to put the French ending on it, but that's all right. It's Oklahoma. I should have imagined no French ending on there. You live in Chateau? No, I live in Choctaw. Yeah, we did. We didn't just sink their battleship. We sank their whole navy. Which isn't saying a whole lot. That one we took down with 1 missile was their flagship. Heavy emphasis on the word was. It's now a coral reef. The coral is all staking out its new home.
On 21st, can you show from the turnpike there if it's clear?
Here's the thing with missiles, okay? It's not just missiles, but it's the ability to launch them. Most missile-based ordinances like this, any ordinance that uses missiles as a delivery system runs into a situation where you have to also have a launcher and you have to have a safe place to set up your launcher, and then you have to have people there to load the missiles onto the launcher, and then you have to fire the launcher, and it has to be close enough to the bad guy that you can get it through. Well, if that's the case, both Israel, the Israeli army, the IDF, as well as our military, our Air Force, has been pummeling all of these launch sites. They've been hitting launch site after launch site. They're hitting them even more than the routes that they're using to move things and stuff like that. They're hitting the launch sites. That's the biggest thing, because if you can't launch it, it's worthless. It's all about, ordnance is one thing, but you have to have an accurate and effective delivery system.
Right now at 89th and 67th.
We had to force the door. We notified the landlord. There was a smoke alarm that was left on the back patio that malfunctioned due to the rain. We're going to be back in service on the radio.
Hey, copy that to it. Has force elevator, notify the landlord, and I'll show you back to service.
Okay, the rotation is definitely not as pronounced as it was a few minutes ago. Still a couplet there. There's a new frame just came in. Still a couplet. J-hook is not near as pronounced now. Matter of fact, the J-hook is almost gone. And the couplet is starting to fade. So that's good news. That means we've got a weakening system.
Do you need some more law enforcement help out here?
Oh, copy.
Well, I'd like to think it's the gas station's price gouging. It's a little bit of everything. The truth is, our gas prices have started going up here too. I was kind of hoping they would hold tight, but they're starting to move up. It's going to happen. It won't be long. Trump is opening up more exploration. He's doing just about everything he can. He's got the pipelines all back running again, and
1816, 70 COS person, 7500 East 76th Street North, 7500 East 76th Street North.
well, I have been covering weather since I was one of the weather specialists at emergency management in the mid '90s, and we've always called them J hooks. That's what they're called. It's an upside down J, and that's what you look for: a J hook and a yin yang. I like to call things, like what they are, like something that people would remember, but that's what we've always called it. I don't know. I took meteorology in college, but not a lot of it. I'm not a meteorologist. That's not what I do. But I am a weather enthusiast. I actually could call myself a meteorologist, but I don't do that. Yeah, a hook echo. That's fine. It's not even a local vernacular. It's just whatever you call it. I don't know. We don't get them much down here in Florida. No, but I understand. It doesn't matter where the gas was made as much as it matters what the market's doing today. Even gas that was made 10 years ago, 1 year ago, 1 month ago, it's all going to go up and down the same on the market because it's all sitting on the same market. So everything's gotten more expensive because of the issues we're having in the Bay of Hormuz, and shipping cannot get through there right now. That's caused a spike in demand. That spike in demand has drove our prices up per barrel. You know, I don't know, a few dollars a barrel. And so because of that, we're starting to see the prices go up at the gas pumps. It's not as much a gouge or the local stations or even Mobil and Exxon as much as it is just simply supply and demand on the system. You know, this was going to happen. Just remember that it can go up another $1 and still not be what it was under Joe Biden. So just kind of remember where we're at and where we were when you think about stuff like this, just to be fair. Nope, we got a call coming in.
Attention Locust Fire, need to report to your station for storm watch. Time out 2051.
South Schrader Road, this is at Clary Stage. A person said they can see a person in the drainage in front of Clary Sage. Waist high and
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up, Vincent, because it's not a war. It doesn't meet the criteria. It's kind of a strange thing. Do you know the last war, the last time we declared war, the last war we fought? Anybody know? Anybody know what the last war was we fought? What's the last war we fought? Was it in the Middle East somewhere? What was it? Was it Korea? Was it Vietnam? What was the last war we fought? Well, I'm going to give it to you, okay? The last war we fought was World War II. That's the last time there was a declaration of war. We're currently under a war powers declaration that happened after 9/11. That's you guys are correct. We're currently under a war powers act that was authorized in 2001 after 9/11, and we're operating under that. Yes, Vietnam was a police action. Korea was a police action. And then after that, they started calling them Operation. Operation Desert Shield, Operation Desert Storm, Operation Waste Money in the Desert. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a warmonger. I'm sick of it, to be honest with you. But I also have faith in Donald Trump. He's getting a lot of things done. He's done well. He tells us have faith. I do it. It comes out better. And everything that he's told us to have faith on, that it would come out better, has in fact come out better. And so you have to look at that. You have to look at track record. You know, he's brought more peace in the last year than the last 3 Democrat presidents combined. Everybody forgets about all the good stuff, though, because the people that do most of the talking, that flap their gums all the time, they have Trump derangement syndrome. It's literally people that have Trump derangement syndrome. They live like that. They live miserable on antidepressants and everything else. But yeah, it's not technically not a war. And so we really shouldn't use the word war because it's not a war. Yeah, there you go. The New York Ayatollah Memdami. Gracie, I absolutely believe they need Trump and all. I think they need to crush it into an aerosol and drop it on the crowd. Yep. Yeah, we're getting some spring weather down here right now. All right, we're still just looking at this one tornado warning now, and then we've got some other stuff associated with this same line of thunderstorms here. I'll show you what the whole thing looks like. I'm going to now switch to nationwide radar so we can see what this whole thing looks like. There we go. Look at that. Okay, and they're drawing in new areas of threats tonight. Look at all these circles, dude. This is a severe mesoscale discussion. Same thing up here. Severe mesoscale discussion. This, Areas affected eastern Nebraska into western Iowa concerning tornado watch. Severe weather threat. Elevated thunderstorms to the north of a cold front will continue to pose large to very large hail threat for the next several hours. Elevated thunderstorms developed to the north of a surging cold front have produced hailstones ranging from 1 to 2 inches over the past hour, although radar presentation of these cells has is somewhat meager. So basically, they're saying this could really jack up later here, and get bad. If it does in these areas, we do actually have cameras in some of these areas. We don't have any right where we're at right now, but I do have cams in these areas that I can put up. I'll go ahead and see if I can grab a few of these real quick here. There's one there. There's one here in Omaha that's right near a storm cell.
Charlie 201 Tulsa, do you want an address to the main area out here?
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, that's about what I have. All right, that's what I have. So I'll put those up here. Some more cams out in front. This thing's way down here too in Dallas. This area here is under a slight risk of severe thunderstorms tonight and a flash flood discussion. So there is a lot of areas here that with concern. Look at this. Look at the number of areas with concern tonight. Also, we've got a small power outage up there near Sioux City, Iowa. Sioux City, Illinois. I forget. I swear I'm so bad with that. I've never been good at geography, but by covering weather, you do get pretty good at it. I will admit, the more I cover national weather, the better I get at it. It's pretty good. All right, so we're looking at all this is going to be moving into Missouri here before long, and some of the worst of it is gonna be already out of Kansas. So I don't think Kansas is going to have to deal with it. It's going to be more of a situation over here for Missouri. And it's going to head up. This one's literally heading for the state lines right here, near Bentonville.
Command to safety.
Go ahead, Command.
Alright, does that guy have a life jacket there?
That is affirmative. Victim is about 20 feet in, underneath the bridge. He's getting this life jacket on right now. We have enough rope tied off in the correct manner. And he seems to be okay for the time being. We're going to wait for the text, as long as he's got his life jacket on, and pass on instructions to hold on to the rope until we get the text in there to get him out.
Okay, I copy. Hey, I need somebody to go move engine 2 on. I want ladder 2.
So did I. But then something changed, and now
I don't know where that audio's coming from. Shit. There we go.
Advising him to stay into place and hold on to the rope, and we'll have the text walk him out.
Sean, S-E-A-N, Cross White, 621 Iowa.
Dispatch on a structure fire over here in Spring Creek, I believe. You might have to run the command for the damage assessments and stuff in the meantime.
Okay, that's fine. We also have another house fire in Queen's area as well.
2018 Honda forward to Stephen York out of Tulsa, insurance confirmed.
All right, let's see what that is.
For the structure fire, do you want to operate on main or on your channel?
Working on Mulkey with 9600 on Henry David at the like G.
Okay, 513 1012 was crosswise. Suspended 43 also has a county insider tip.
At the corner of 81st and 241st. At Galveston and 71st Street, there's a search of roads in this neighborhood.
Have an ID card on her. You did.
Go ahead.
There's somebody coming down the roadway and we're cutting it.
727.
Okay, just let me know when you're complete with that. Copy.
EOCDM for, what was your other location, Galveston and what?
Go ahead.
Robert, 586.
When Mound 30 drives by you, stop him and grab the light out of the back of his truck.
Okay. Hey, if you don't mind coming down here, we can get guy out and through and stuff.
We're coming down there. I didn't copy your traffic.
We get a guy wanting to come down through here. I think he got relatively down this road or something.
Okay, just stand by.
White pickup. I'll be at York and Shawnee. Control issue mount handed.
Copy.
Okay. You guys need more resources, just let us know.
What's your number?
Has climbed now over an inch of rain. Then you get into
Earlier today, she faltered.
the downtown Mezzanine site is only about 0.4, but those heavier rains really adding up now east of town. And you can see the two swaths that have moved through today. So parts of Creek County there, just back to the west of Tulsa, west side of Tulsa County picked up almost 2 inches of rain, but the flash flood warnings will continue over in Bixby and parts of Broken Arrow. So that's a look at the current rain gauges across really the metro and eastern Oklahoma. I also want to mention that up around Nowata, they've had about 1.67. They also had their wind gusts up to about 66 not too long ago.
Wow. Okay. We'll go back to the storm that's causing all the problems, and we do have, I think those flood warnings go to about 11:30 or 12 or something like that, I think.
Yeah, 11:30.
11:30, okay.
And I said Nowata, I meant Veneta. Veneta.
Clear with the drive.
Okay. Clearway Charlie.
Got
32nd Ramona with Victor Adam Mary.
Okay, good deal. I appreciate it.
Silver Tahoe.
And Falcon is from Veneta further to the northeast, but the tornado warned part of this storm, and it's still this notch area. So this is over in the Lake Hudson area as it's moving across the region. You can see from Salina, Vaughn is getting over to Salina. We're going to let him go for a minute just in case he's going to be able to pick up any fuel. I don't know if he will or not. But we're looking pretty much with the strong winds that could still be in excess.
M1.
Do you have any further information on this?
Negative, just that there was smoke, no visible flames at time of call, everyone was out of structure.
Okay.
Bravo 4, valid negative order.
Okay, thank you.
Dispatch copy out a 74-year-old female with altered mental status. She doesn't know where she's at. She was combative with her husband, but has now calmed down. Ambulance en route.
261 South 369th West Ave here in Manford. Do the other notification.
Hey, can you advise which wreckers got which vehicle?
Made contact with Mahela. She's a employee. She's advising that there was a group of kids that are in the parking lot between QC and Dunham. They assaulted a customer. He's left and doesn't want contact with anyone, but she wants contact and to have them leave the property.
Tommy Towing picked up the silver SUV, which is going to be that Cherokee Nation 28 Iran.
Traffic stop.
Adam King 6506.
Severe thunderstorms that are likely to be moving southbound across the area from out of Kansas. If you're in Kansas, we'll be watching for you in a while, a couple hours, within a couple hours. That'll be much more pronounced across the area. So what we'll do right now is we're going to take another close look while we got the guys in this area, because it's still very much a life and death situation for some folks. I mean, if you're not careful, we just saw the emergency management posted some pictures of a mobile home that was flipped. I don't know if there was people in it or not, but again, it happens so fast, and if somebody maybe might not be paying attention.
All right, guys, scanners are on the left, and the TV6 out of Tulsa is on the right.
With these storms for a while longer, because we still have a potential for additional heavy rain, thunderstorm activity, and possibility of tornadoes for a while longer. The notch continues to show up, and you can see it very well. Bob, and then you can see Vaughn is just about ready to get caught with this. Vaughn, I'm going to talk to you here as it's starting to hit you, so I want to catch you real quick. Can you give us an update from Salina?
Yeah, I'm just on the east side of the lake, right here. The bridge is right here in front of me. So far, it's been kind of anticlimactic. The wind's about a 20-mile-an-hour gust so far. So I don't know if that stronger part has not reached me. And, you know, Alan's been talking about that clutter on the radar. That is definitely cluttered, because that area that's pumping out 100-mile-an-hour winds out ahead of, you know, out to the east of Salina, that is not true. So, but behind it is where all those winds are. So I'm going to sit here for just a little bit and see if those winds are still inside that and behind that leading edge.
I see Old Glory there off in the lower left-hand corner, kind of whipping there, so you do have some winds going on right now. Okay, and then holler at us, or holler at Chloe, if you could, a little bit later on. Bob's moving north from Pryor at this time. Bob, if you could you give us an update? I know you moved out of the tornado-warned area, but we're trying to figure out also how much rain and winds are on the north side, where you are in a severe thunderstorm warning area till 9:30 at least. I think maybe 9:45. What do you have for us?
Well, the winds aren't as bad as they were when we were down south of Pryor. We're still getting torrential rain, roadside flooding.
All right, have a good one, dispatch.
Flip back around and kind of headed back south on 69 to kind of keep an eye on what's coming up behind us.
County advises they will be placed on mental health hold on her
it's basically
and request that we hold on to her for a bit until they get a deputy to us. We're going to bring her up to 19.
Winds. Back to you, Travis.
All right. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it very much. Guys have been going strong for quite a while here. We greatly appreciate everyone pretty much pitching in. Also, our news operations, just want to mention, are across the area, and we'll have the latest updates as this storm continues to move north. Yes, there's going to be additional storms, but this is going to get out of our viewing area eventually, and by at least by 10 o'clock, we should be able to get a lot of information coming into us Our news teams have been out and gathering stuff. We have really bad news, in Okmulgee County, reporting a fatality. We're going to find out more about what's going on with that. That was a bad storm situation for the folks there. And then this is the same storm system that continues to move to the northeast. So it hasn't changed a whole lot. The only thing that's happening in the wake of these storms, they're kind of training in the same area. And what that's doing is just
contact
all
under
this
the
rain. So
fire
you see all this
and try to get Ethan McClellan
that's where the
contact
flooding is
information,
coming in
send it to me,
behind
please.
because of all the heavy rainfall. Back into the areas, though, where you have the heaviest rain.
He's
So
gonna be one of the volunteers.
we still have some rain and now a new severe thunderstorm warning for this particular cell. And so there is a heavy part of this has come out of Broken Arrow. And there's just a little bit of hail, just enough that could be nickel, could be a little bit larger than that, I suppose. Hail that could be maybe getting close to golf ball, but we really haven't had very many reports of that tonight. So just know that there's chunks of hail falling, yes, and so that's about 51st down to 71st on the north and east sides of Broken Arrow over into Wagner County. A little bit of wind with this, and so this is still coming out because there's a boundary right in this area that is still moving across the region where there's warm, moist air feeding up into this. And so we still have to watch what's going to happen because there's unfortunately too much is feeding here. We don't have a cold front just coming through, knocking it out, and we're done. That will be later tonight. But right now, still very, very active. And so a lot of thunderstorm activity continues.
Yeah, I use a paid version of Radar Omega for my radar.
Basically, the parts of southeastern Rogers County and then northern Wagner County and extreme western portions of Mays County. All right, back to the east, you see John is in Shoto. Hey, John, any more updates out of Shoto? Have you seen any more damage? What's going on there?
Go ahead.
BF Supermall and Roger, Cherokee Nation, Charles Tom 4898, Charles Tom 4898, Cherokee Nation.
Like what I saw in Inola with trees down and privacy fences down, I haven't seen anything like that.
Okay, good. All right, so again, Inola has been hit with some strong damaging winds. Of course, that's Pryor area, and now it's over the Lake Hudson area that continues to be just bowling across the area. And so now it's Vaughn is in this area as well. And so who's with Vaughn? Is that Brandon? That's down on the south.
Yeah, it's right on top of
south side. So this is just coming right across the area. So the guys are right there.
Apparently
Vaughn, what do you have
right
for an
now.
update on the winds? Have they changed?
Yes. Yeah, so far I've had a 40-mile-an-hour gust. That's it.
Okay, good.
But I've got some stronger winds coming in right now, so looks like it.
Okay, bad. So, yeah, there's just so much with this storm system. Is Brandon moving off to the east?
Between 4230 and 42, or 4240 and 4250. Over there in the Prairie Edition.
Bob and Kevin and John are moving west.
Okay, have y'all checked any of that out yet?
And then, so the strongest winds are probably on the north side right now. So just west of Spavinaw. So the guys might just be picking up on the back side of this as that's moving through. So that's what it looks like. So the main center of circulation would be just on the northeast side from Salina and then west of Spavinaw. So if you're in this area, it doesn't look super bad, but it doesn't look good. So there's probably still some 60, 70 mile an hour winds. But man, was that ever blowing and going in Pryor? Wow. That's some pretty devastating winds. We're looking at this tracking further to the northeast. Al, if you would, give us another update, please.
Yeah, here's the track that we've got for it. And again, this is going to quickly go out of the actual tornado polygon. So we're going to name some communities here that are outside of that flashing area. Langley, for example, 925. We're at 915 right now. Spavinaw would be right after that, or right before it, pardon me, at 920. Cleota at 929. And then we'll just continue on here. It's moving northeast 35 to near 40 miles per hour. So from Strang south to Lake Hudson to Salina, now just to the east of Boatman, right in this area. That's where that bulge that is still underway. You can see that kind of hook that's just surrounded by lots and lots of water and the potential for some wind. The stronger winds that the trackers were reporting were associated with the feature that was on the far, kind of the northern part of the circulation. And that appears to have kind of have weakened quite a bit in the last the last 15 minutes or so.
Hey, Alan.
Yep, go ahead.
Brandon has an update for you.
All right, Brandon, give us a location where you're at and tell us what you're seeing here because you're still right in the middle of all this. Go ahead.
So right now we're going to be just north there on 82, I believe, and just to the north of 20
We just had a northwest wind of about 50 miles an hour, and then the wind switched around on us, so we're pretty close to this circulation feature. Right now we're going through a lot of heavy rain, but west winds of about 50 miles an hour right now, Alan.
Okay, yep, and I've got you plotted up here on the radar, and again, you're just a little bit to the south-southwest of the southern part of that hook. So that's on the back side of that hook, those winds coming around on the back side, and we'll flip it over to velocity. You'll be able to see some of that, those stronger winds, especially right in through here, that are going from Houthal to Lake Hudson back down to where Vaughn is located in Salina. So that's on that back side of the circulation. That continues to push off to the east. Now, this is the new tornado warning that has been extended with this circulation. You can see that area of that polygon that is now underway. So this is going to be the next extension of this current tornado warning. It's going to go basically into the Mays County vicinity. So folks, along and ahead of this, we've got this next tornado warning that will be underway. Let me click on it. You'll be able to see it. This is going to be into the Delaware County area. So from Mays County over to Delaware County, pardon me, that's going to go until at least 10:15. So again, Savannah, some of those areas, that's going to continue on to push with this tornado warning. So this has been the one that's been causing lots and lots of issues. Supercellular tornado. You're not going to be able to see anything. It is wrapped in rain. The circulation is right in through here in between String and Spavinaw. And I know we've got a lot of information on the screen, but it's going to continue to push in that direction. Let me do a track just very quickly here. On this, we've got it moving east-northeast. Oops, not 50, but at 40 to 45 miles per hour. So Spavinaw 922, Disney 928, Dennis at 939, the J and the Grand Lake vicinity. It's going to be pretty close to you here, not too long from now, so 939 to 940. This is a tornado warning. It's been a bumpy night.
Oh, my goodness.
No, you're correct on that. It's June to November for hurricane season.
We want to thank the station.
It's June to November for hurricane season, and your spring tornado season is basically mid-March through the early part of June.
And we will continue. We will have our newscast coming up at 10 o'clock as well. And we do want you to join us for that. A lot of information coming in from the damage and from what's happened. Unfortunately, this storm just won't die. And because it won't die, excuse me, we're talking about the conditions that are going to be favorable for still another probably 45 minutes to an hour of this continuing with its current rate. And it's just kind of embedded in there. And you can see that rotating around. And as I guess it was Brandon that was just talking, I was talking to the station, but he was mentioning how those winds switch. And so as that switch, that just created that loop or that wind difference that is continuing to move up to the north as that moves along. And so we're basically right around the Spavinaw area. So you're south of Langley now and just around Spavinaw. So this is the circulation feature at this point. So because of that, we're talking about the conditions that are going to be favorable for this to continue for a while longer. And because of that, that means that the wind damage potential will be higher as well. And when that finally moves out, but unfortunately it is going to be very close to the lake. And so if we do have some wind gusts of 60, 70, or 80 miles an hour, not only has it affected Hudson Lake, but it also affect Grand Lake. And so if you have anything there that's not secure, you might be very much aware of that right now, but you can't do much about it because it's raining and there's lightning and thunder going on, so you don't want to get in trouble. I've told this story before, but there's a gentleman that I know that I told him to hurry up and get his vehicles in the garage, and he ended up driving his vehicle in the garage too fast and wrecking his vehicle in the garage. So that didn't work out so well. So don't overextend or try to do something, and then you have lightning as well. So please be very careful if you're going to be out and about and having to do something because you get a little nervous. The only place that is really kind of a little bit nerve-wracking yet is where Brandon had mentioned, and then where Alan's been talking about with this extension of the tornado warning now going all the way up on the pretty much from the core of the Grand Lake area to the south and east and around the Grove area to J. It's just the fact of how strong these winds are. And then you go back behind that and then you get all this heavy rain. And then all these storms are basically still severe back to the west and southwest. And that's where the heavy rains are located. And that's where the aerial flood advisories continue in effect. We do have additional rain and thunderstorms trying to fire up again down through really along Highway 69. And the concern tonight will be any of these storms that start to move or develop across areas of southern Oklahoma, because if you're in southeast Oklahoma, and I had some folks that were asking a little bit ago, but we're talking about conditions that are favorable for still these storms to rotate, and that means that they could have large hail, and that also means they could eventually produce some tornadoes. So this is kind of a long-term event that still has multiple hours to go. So we have to be careful with any of these storms that we do see, and so that's why something like a storm that's developing in Atoka could end up coming up into McAllister or off into Wilburton or up.
Okay, guys, I've been watching this this rotation here that's right near Spavinaw that he was just talking about. It went right over Hoot Owl and just to the south of Strang, and it's now in Spavinaw, Oklahoma.
Okay, what's the address?
This blue line you see here, this is the state line coming up. I've got this county in the scanner queue now, so you can hear it. But anyway, we're going to continue to watch this for a while longer. All right, and while we're watching this, I do want to take a look and see what else is going on in the world out there.
'81st to 71st on Evans Road, and there's no damage at this time.
Any Cimarron unit in the area? 42 westbound, mile marker 42. RP advises light colored smaller passenger car weaving in and out of lanes, swerving into RP's lanes. Nothing further at 2122.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, guys. Just because there's a hurricane season doesn't mean that's the only time we get hurricanes. They've had freak tropical storms come up in October, November, December, even in the middle of winter. They'll have a small tropical storm spin up. It's not that unheard of. Good night. Have a good one. Yeah, thanks for coming in. So it doesn't really matter. It's just when they say it's the season, that's when it's most likely. I mean, that's the bottom line. That's when it's most likely. Even with tornadoes, just because there's a tornado season, tornadoes happen 365 days out of the year. Not all the time, but you can literally get a tornado somewhere in the country any time of year. All right. What else we got going on here? IDF says that there was missile launch towards Israel a little while back. This was about an hour and a half ago. Trump is going to be going to Dover to be there for the transfer of the troops that we lost. Pentagon spokesman says Iran war has unified Gulf partners, not destabilized the region, like the Democrats are saying. All right, yeah, and Azerbaijan is now saying that it has thwarted planned attacks by Iran on pipelines. And that officials in Azerbaijan now say that Iranian agents and their accomplices plan to blow up a pipeline and launch attacks at the Israeli embassy in Baku. The country's state security service said the suspects wanted to destroy the Baku pipeline, which carries the country's crude to global markets, and also plan to attack the synagogue. See, they're literally just doing whatever they can. Iran wants to create as much damage as they can, and since they don't have a lot of bombs left. This is the kind of stuff they're going to be doing, bombing pipelines. I'm afraid of sleeper cells. That's what I think we're going to probably see in the next few weeks here. There's a fairly high chance, and the FBI and everybody has been warning that we have seen an increase of chatter, and there's a likelihood that there will be some sleeper activity somewhere in this country. Yeah, Drake, we have Secret Service here and there and everywhere. Special Forces. No, I agree with you. Special Forces probably already in there doing stuff. Yep, we're going to stabilize the Bay of Hormuz, and once that happens, I think we'll be in a lot better shape. Gas will come back down.
One is like for you to head towards the school.
Another man's been arrested for planning to assassinate the president, and let's see here. The man accused was Iran-backed. Well, so there you go. That's the way it is, right? Israel launches more strikes on Iran. U.S. laser tech countering Iranian drones and modern anti-drone systems. That's pretty cool. U.S. forces have used modern anti-drone systems to take down Iranian drones as part of a multi-layered defense. The War Department no longer relies on million-dollar missiles to take down the drones. Instead, shooting down drones costs hundreds of thousands of dollars with $10,000 weaponry, according to the U.S. Central Command. That's the biggest thing we got to do is we do have to stop using our big guns on little things. That gets really expensive.
We're going to continue with that. So.
Okay. Yeah, we're tracking it too and trying to, All right. Stay safe.
That storm chaser upper left and stopped to talk to a cop.
Wasn't like my bright ones, bro. I like how they say that. Yet they'll drive like with their light bar on in the whites. What is the marshal here? With like court stuff?
Honestly, I don't know.
You saw he had the news up on his laptop.
Yeah. We're just following him. We're following 6.
The last name is Dobson. David Ocean Boy, Sam Ocean Nora. First name Rachel, common spell. Date of birth 10/24/73.
Over 27,000 U.S. citizens have returned to the United States from the Middle East since the launch of the U.S.-Israeli joint military campaign against Iran, according to the State Department. The figures comprise the number of Americans that have returned to the U.S. since February 28th. Hold on, Mama wants back in. I'm coming, Mama. Come on, Mama.
Go ahead. Look at my geolocation and confirm this. Go ahead and do the fire. Okay,
she knows just what to do to get out, and she knows just what to do to get back. It's pretty cool.
Unit 1 transporting 2129. On fire outside of Bronx, 1308 South Grand Road. 25.
You're on the north side correct?
Show us clear from our call and headed to 31st. I copy rolling hill vision 1, you're 31st.
28.
Go ahead.
Shit.
You're on the north side correct?
Only on the north side of the peak.
Okay, I was clear that Amy's office was inquiring. I believe they're getting misinformed on a few things.
Copy.
What's wrong, Mama? What happened, Mom Katie? What's going on out there? You trying to knock the mic off again?
7 dispatch, we're back in service.
I'm sure, I suppose you guys can hear her purring when she's up there licking the microphone.
Nickel side failed.
Did I mean you were making that assignment as well?
The USS Gerald Ford, our aircraft carrier, crosses the Suez Canal and enters the Middle East. It's now operating in the Middle East as the conflict with Iran continues amid back and forth airstrikes.
And 256.
Yep, and the U.S. is going to start escorting our tankers through the Strait of Hormuz to make sure they can get through there. That's what needs to happen. Yeah, William, they do that. I've never had a cat that chewed wires, which is probably good considering how many wires I have in my life. But yeah, there you go. I've never had a cat that was all chewing wires. Yeah. All right, so this is live continuing coverage. We're covering, we got 6 different storm chasers out. We currently have, we had a tornado that's been on the ground for a while. I think now it has lessened in intensity, hopefully, and it's lifted. You're listening to live scanner feed in your left ear, and I'm going back and forth with some TV stations in the right ear as I get them up. This is live continuing coverage of a severe weather outbreak in eastern Oklahoma, about to move into Missouri, and it's going to be going up that way.
Unit 8, I'm going to put you on this priority call. I think it'll be Unit 3.
He looks like Shaggy. Where are you at, Scoob?
509, are you close to the dozer?
I don't know, Raggy. Oh, I bet.
That's where I'm at. Find me.
Yeah. Media censorship is always bad. It's just...
I got another white. Mine's dead.
We even had it here during COVID. Joe Biden was trying to do it here during COVID.
Can I get law enforcement over to 180?
So at least they're moving and trying to get in and out. But the problem...
Yeah, they told us the back and he's not moving. 23, are you over there?
I don't see any news media. I'm about...
Again, that is the tornado warning that we have now. We'll take you down across the southern areas very quickly here. Let me jump. This is kind of a hyper jump, because I am going to take you down into the Pittsburgh County vicinity very quickly before we go back up closer into the Muskogee area. So these are storms that are growing. They're getting stronger. The hail cores are increasing. This is going to be in the Atoka County area, so from 69 southbound, right when you cross the county line and the power plant on the side of the road, back down to near Atoka, and then the Lane and the Daisy vicinity, and just north of Atoka Lake. These are storms moving northeast now at 40 to 50 miles per hour. They're going to move into southern Pittsburgh County. So from the west of the community of Pittsburgh up through the Kiowa vicinity, Ashland, and then eventually we think near the base, the Army base in Haywood, and then McAllister, we'll need to watch for that as well to see if those will continue on. Those are severe thunderstorms. And then more to the north, these are storms that are located again closer into the Muskogee area. Oh, Travis, that core has really come up right now. and the southern sections of Muskogee County. So that's going to be right to the east of Morris, near Wainwright, near the Boynton area, Oktahoma, Muskogee. That hail core has really increased. That is going to be large hail. It'll catch up with that in just a second, right in through here, and it's going to jump right there. You can see it. So from Wainwright to 62 to Taft to Muskogee, we think that storm has the potential to move into Muskogee coming up pretty soon. All right, Chloe.
All right, well, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. That's for Mays County until 10:15 tonight. We have winds as high as 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts associated with this warning. We're not looking at too much in terms of rotation, but look at this hail core associated with it. So it looks like, at least based on radar indication, we could see some pretty big hail. And I'll also query this value so you can kind of see just a radar estimation. Doesn't mean we have over 3-inch hail, but at least reaching to the surface. But our radar is indicating some pretty large hail with this system. So something to keep in mind, just a heads up. I'll go ahead and put this in motion for folks in Pryor. You're likely going to get some hail pretty soon here. That popped up pretty quickly, and they reissued, or at least issued, that severe thunderstorm warning. Again, that's in effect until 10:15 this evening for parts of Mays County, or the majority of Mays County. So really all of Pryor, you're really in the path of this large hail core. Trav, this is a pretty big hail core. Nobody wants to see that with their cars.
No, that definitely is the last thing we want to see after the tornadoes and the wind damage we've seen. And we get to look at that as that continues to move to the north and to the east. I don't know if you can get that into 3-dimension in a little bit. We might try that and see if we can get that going. But before we do that, something that is really impressive as well is, unfortunately, we've had so many reports now of like outbuildings that have been affected. So it really makes a huge difference. There's going to be a lot of folks cleaning up. And so, as I said, at 10 o'clock, unless we have tornadoes going, we're going to try to get some news mixed in. And maybe we can do that beforehand if the tornadoes aren't quite, if they start to die down. We still have so many strong to severe thunderstorms. We won't quit our severe weather coverage at all, but we do want to get some of that information out to you guys because it is very impressive. Thanks for doing that. And you can just look at what's happened here as far as looking at the vertical development. In fact, it is pretty impressive for what's going on. So this has just so much energy that is just being shot up, and it's a great hail producer. So unfortunately, you get the raindrops, they freeze, they start to fall back down, and then they start to come back up, and it's a cycle of going up and down, and eventually they get larger and larger as they pick up a little bit of water where it's above freezing near the surface, and then get shot back up. And then that's how hailstones get bigger. And sometimes you can look at a hailstone and you actually see like circles in it, and that has to do with the number of times that it's cycling upward. Unfortunately, though, this is a very big storm. John is right near that at this time. So that's moving toward John. That's moving toward Pryor, where we already have damage. And I was just looking. There's some people that have roofs off their homes from some of the wind damage. And then we have to deal with some hail. So, again, a lot of complicated weather things going on. This is way too early in the season for this to really happen, but it's happening. It's happened before, and it's happening right now. So, again, from west to Pryor, if you have a vehicle, if you have anything, be careful if you're trying to get it in someplace safe. But just advisable that with hail that could be at least up to tennis ball sized, maybe could get larger, especially if that isn't suspended much longer and starts to drop. We're going to hear a lot of reports of what's going on there, so just be advised. I want to go back up to our storm that's in the northeast corner up around the Grand Lake area for a minute, and then we're going to take a look at a few more storm tracks, especially as we look down the south and to the east. But with our tornado warned storm around the Grove area at this time, some of the heaviest rain and thunderstorm activity continues to be primarily across northern portions of Delaware County. Then we have all these other severe thunderstorms. They're showing up in portions of Mays County and then extending back down to the south, and especially across now southern Wagner County and into Muskogee County. And then these additional cells which are showing up around Lake Eufaula. They're not severe, but since those other storms started to kick in gear, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing larger hail with these as well, because there will be an enhancement of some of these storms because we have what we call a low-level jet. A lot of times what that'll do is pick up these storms and give them extra oomph, so to speak, to help them rise. And so you get these major updrafts that start to happen, and that entices hail to be formed, unfortunately. So that's where we're starting to see this pickup. And so that's the one that was at Wainwright And so that is moving now north of Wainwright. And the ones down to the south, we'll just do this real quick, Chloe, and then we'll try to get a couple of storm tracks. Or have Al do a couple of storm tracks. So we have, you follow one. So now we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. So this is in Kiowa. And so these storms are going to be tracking quickly to the north. And so that's going to be coming up right over McAllister. Hail Core, if we can go to SRX maybe and take a look at that. If we can just kind of look at what's going on. So that's around Kiowa. But that could increase or enhance very shortly, just because of the fact, again, that we're going to, it seems like we're starting to get that energy really kicking in gear. Already had enough energy, but unfortunately that's still going to be more. And so hail core could move in around McAllister. So this is a new severe thunderstorm warning for about the next 45 minutes. All right, let's go back up to our tornado. You have a storm track
for that real quick.
All right, let's look at that, because you got family here.
Just read it off. You've got it right there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this is the core of it at this point. So if we can be near Savannah, basically 951, we're at 941. And then McAllister, 1001. And then that maybe near Krebs about the same time. So it's going to be moving in around McAllister, coming up here in not too long. And we do think that the hail size will go up with this storm. So just be advised for what's going on there. Way to go, Al. And hopefully Mama was watching. We're looking back to the north and east. Heavy rain, thunderstorms with that tornado warning. So this storm still is under a tornado warning, still is doing the same thing. And so we'll be doing a storm track on that, or Al will here in just a minute. But we want to look at, so this is between now Jay and Grove, and still has very impactful weather associated with it. So let's come in even closer and start to see what the velocities are doing and all. Unfortunately, it still looks the same. I said unfortunately, I think 2 or 3 times in a row, but it is. This is now moving around the Xena area, so that'd be 60-mile-an-hour winds most likely as this is being pushed. So it's already going around the cove from Big Hollow. And then also, this is on the south end of the lake, but we do expect the winds to be fairly strong here that have already gone through the Xena area and now around Highway 59. And because of that,
a fire trucker, I'm going to call him, never mind. Pick up your call. There's just a lot of truck that, you know, sections for high water.
Rescue 1.
Okay, guys, we're continuing to monitor this. This is Starship Adventures. My name's Ian. We're currently watching here on Radar Omega. We've got a number of power outages now being reported in Lincoln County and Okmulgee County as this whole complex slides off to the east. Storms are moving from west-southwest to east-northeast. And or north-northeast, actually. I mean, they're moving a little more north than northwest, so or northeast. I mean, so anyway, as these storms move up here, they're expecting that there could be some intensity fluctuations coming up. He was just talking about that. Currently, we've got just this one radar-indicated tornado warning for Delaware County.
Did you guys have traffic for Engine 2 earlier?
Negative.
This does extend a lot further up here. You can see way up here, but it doesn't have much. Once we get up this high, there's no severe weather really. There is one severe thunderstorm warning up here near Independence, east of Waterloo. And that's it.
Copy, brush 5, documentation 1.
Everything else is pretty much down here where we've been watching. We got that one tornado warning right here. Put this in the splits. We'll take a look at this thing. Yeah, I mean, there's still kind of a couplet there. It's wanting to.
We're on the west side of the record washout road. Do you have a victim, or can you see any kind of car or anything?
That's affirmative. We are just west of 31st and 257. There's a car stuck in the middle of the road. We are sending a rescue now to check status.
Michael robbed the Papa Bueno a while ago. I couldn't find him home. He's actually going eastbound on I-24 about 2 years ago.
Speed there from the west, out here towards the Creek Turnpike, or do you guys come in from the east?
We got here south of 257th. We're coming north on 257th from east and 71st.
I copy. I copy, 14K.
Found the 18 off there. I don't know if my handheld is working, but can you show unit 2 Victor?
7 on the radio community thing. Can you get a hold of me on the rest on the subject?
That's really strong. Thank you.
All right, we've got our protest going on. Looks like about 10 or 12 people out there tonight. Considering there's only been 2 or 3 people out there the last couple of nights. Yeah, I don't see the frog and the bear yet. All these streams are going down. I'm having a real hard time holding on to streams right now. They're all going down. As soon as I find another one, then another one goes down. I think some of these guys are calling it a night.
Dark color jacket, dark pants, long one here.
Down to Krieger Road and see if we see anything there. Copy.
There we go. I found a few more that are still up. Kinda. Well, those turned out to be shit. Sorry, guys, I'm not on it tonight like I am. I'm still have not felt good all week. I don't know what's wrong. I think I get this way every now and then. I don't know if I've got something not working right or what, but I get this where I'll have a bout for 4 or 5 days. I won't feel good, and then I'll just get better, and I'll be fine for a while.
That's where we were before. Let's go down to Krieger and let's check it out.
Crowbar, I have nothing set in there. There's nothing in there that's set to truncate or to censor you guys in any way. I've got all that shit turned off. It is early in the season, Heath, but it's not unusually early. It is a little early, though. Normally, it's the end of March we start seeing the crank up. Yeah, it's crazy. That's a little unusual. Yeah, I've had some weird things with YouTube this week, too. Like, I'll be sitting here and I'll have 98 people in the chat room, or 98 people watching, and nobody's chatting. And then later on, all of a sudden, everybody's chatting again. And it's almost like I just wasn't getting the chats for a few minutes or something. Yeah, it certainly isn't me. I don't have any of that shit turned on. If there's any moderating done, my mods will do it. And I don't use any bots. No bots. No mas. Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings right now. But we're still just dealing with that one tornado warning right now here. We still have a couplet. I will tell you, it's not near as impressive as it was. Your J-hook, well, it moved on me. Your J-hook is like right there. It's not much of one. And of course, you've got moving away from the tower, moving towards the tower. You do have a couplet right here. It's not that well defined, but it is a couplet. So there is a possibility that we have a tornado right in here. That's probably what we're looking at. Yeah, deploribus. I think I wrote that down last night on my show notes. I need to do something. That's Portland. It's supposed to be Portland, upper right. Also second from the right.
Yes, sir. We're on Garfield East. So we're just looking up here. So you got 30 grass too? Gotcha, go ahead. You guys can go back in service and we'll go ahead and head back to town. Gotcha, got this.
Salvador 832 Central. Salvador 832 is going to be back in 8.
We got up into the 80s here today, I think. Frickin' hot. Maybe not quite. I think we were close to 80.
There's a bunch of porta potties, and that's what goes blown over.
Hey, you're gonna, if you would, can you contact Wagner County Sheriffs? I think they're gonna have jurisdiction. They got one sheriff out here kind of blocking parts of the road. We don't want anybody to come east on 31st from the exit off of the Creek Turnpike at all.
We'll contact Wagner County. They have one city already out there, but they need to knock off East Avenue 801 Central and off the Creek Turnpike. We're gonna file. All units are back in station. We're ready to clear. You guys want to on board?
Right. Absolutely.
Copy.
I copy that. That was residents that just got back from the structure fire.
10-4, the house on both sides and directly behind also have the damage.
Okay.
Well, it's a juvenile, and they're gonna have to. Give me my talking about it.
William 922-51447. Well, yeah, Charlie, I'll wait on Harris to come up here so I can explain everything. He's still do now.
Search on that 780 any miles when you're ready. 135-221. 135-221.
Unit 4, hospital, correct, 2200.
All right, there we go. I just moved things around. All of a sudden, we've got a bunch of streams started coming in from Portland. So I threw all that up there. The left three are still storm chasers, and then everything center and right is all Portland, Oregon. Looks like about maybe 40 people out there.
case is going to be sitting out front on the bench. He's going to have an unknown age male complaining of difficulty breathing. Stacy just got out of the hospital for the same.
Metro, but Urban's coming in east side, so.
Oh wait, Dakota. Good to see you, Dakota. It's been a while.
Just let me know when on our hit location.
Butter Mike! There he is.
Okay, so while we are waiting for that, let me just take a quick check at what else is going on out there. There is a slight chance of G1 class geomagnetic storms over this weekend when our ionosphere is going to be hit by a high-speed stream of solar wind. It's expected to hit the magnetosphere over the weekend. NOAA forecasters believe Saturday, March 7th is the most likely date for high-latitude auroras. So anyone in Arctic regions or the northern part of Canada should be aware and stay alert for auroras that could happen. Other than that, there's a neat story in spaceweather.com about them taking photographs of the tracks that the Mars rover leaves behind and all the different data points that they get from that track, that visual of the track moving. Yeah, it's funny how communism has never worked, yet they still want to try it again. You know, true stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That is absolutely true stupidity right there.
It was going to go viral because, you know, now I removed the stop sign. But yeah, I don't know who put it there, but it was facing this way. Yeah. So there was like a stop sign and then 20 feet another stop sign. I'm like, what? And then people were saying that, yes, that somebody placed it overnight. And I'm like, okay, well, that wasn't the city of Portland. City of Portland would come down here.
All right, the next launch for spacecraft is tomorrow morning at 9:33 a.m. Eastern. This one's taken off from Vandenberg, California. It's going to be the Falcon 9, SpaceX, Starlink 17 and 18, and the launch temperature should be around 50 degrees at 9:33 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's a launch from Vandenberg, California. And we're already starting to get news updates coming in. Multiple deaths reported after tornadoes and severe storms hit America's heartland. And according to this, deadly tornadoes kill 4 in Michigan as severe weather threatens millions through the night. Dangerous tornadoes ripped through southwestern Michigan earlier, where 4 people were killed as a powerful storm tore through multiple counties and continues to threaten millions across the central U.S. overnight. In Cass County, officials confirmed one fatality after a tornado ripped through areas near Edwardsburg on Friday afternoon. Emergency crews were deployed to the southern portion of the county as the storm carved a destructive path beginning just west of Edwardsburg along Conrad Road and continuing east past M62, according to the sheriff's office. Wow, the pictures are devastating. Cass County Emergency Management reported widespread devastation. Multiple large structures, including homes and pole barns, sustained significant damage, with some suffering complete major structural impacts, and others were just completely destroyed. Numerous trees were toppled on the homes and roadways, hampering emergency responders. More than 500 customers lost power, according to Midway Energy. Several injuries were also reported. As the scope of the devastation becomes clear, Cass County Board Chairman Jeremiah Jones issued a local state of emergency, noting that local resources were stretched to their fullest extent and additional assistance will be needed. All right, and the next one we have here is Tulsa Mayor. No injuries reported in Tulsa at this time. Just about 3 hours ago, just before we took the air, there was some tornadoes that went right through Tulsa. And after the tornado touched down near Tulsa, the mayor has announced there that there is, in fact, no injuries. They took a preliminary tour of some of the damage tonight in North Tulsa after a tornado moved through the area and caused localized impacts. While we're grateful there's no reports of injuries in Tulsa at the time, our thoughts are with those across northeast Oklahoma who've experienced more severe impacts from tonight's storms. Scattered damage has been reported all across parts of North Tulsa, including roof damage, downed trees, and multiple downed power lines. More than 6,000 customers were without power in the Tulsa County area. All right. Hear the violent roar of caught on camera of this monster tornado. Hold on, let me see if I can get this over here for you.
We'll be back on that crash on 130. First 126 north.
Here it is. Here's this video.
Oop. There is a tornado. Holy crap.
877-677-447.
There goes a house.
Good. Did you notice where I dropped the pin at? Where we were with the trees in the road? That's what we're in right now. Copy. We're going to go ahead and finish up the 2 more neighborhoods we have.
Listen to this. That's some incredible footage. That was sent into Fox Weather. Some absolutely crazy footage there.
Parked in the alley behind their trailer at this address. Advise there shouldn't be anybody there.
That's clear. Seriously, I'll be with you. Me too, 11.
be going door knocking. Break. Juvenile's been advised that it's a mutual crime, needs to block that person on everything and be done with it. They've been advised what they need to do. Okay.
Copy.
You said I'm gonna run to 18 North real quick. Careful.
I think a lot of these people would be better off if they got laid more. Truthfully.
Unit 4, go ahead. Unit 4, go ahead. Unit 4, call complete 2212. Unit 4, call complete 2212.
5137. Thanks to patrol, stop mistraining.
Assessing damage at 81st and Midway in the neighborhood.
If you ignore them, they will leave.
Go ahead.
Oh, you're at home. I thought you were coming down. I thought you were coming down.
Come on, Sean, don't be jealous.
Far back where we started from.
Yeah, I'm here. Come down here with the big megaphone.
Yeah, we're just at the intersection up there.
Quotes from Tammy boys. He's got to regurgitate what Tommy just
We get to the location.
How you doing, my friend? Yeah. Come on, you can do it. Why are you stumbling? You're crashing. You're crashing. You got that big megaphone, you're crashing.
Report copy. The patient has been repaired and taken home. She doesn't need medical service. Sorry, I meant to put that home.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, they just, you know, I told them I'd help them out with some of their materials, but they never picked me up on it. Because I got material from the left also. Trust me. Yeah. Oh, turn your lights on. Oh my God, that's a dark vehicle. Turn your lights on. Oh well.
I'm headed down south, trying to cut some trees right now.
We got
Oh, Sandy's over there going at it.
Yes, then we go ahead. Yes, then we go ahead. Unit 7, stand by.
Ow! Did you run him away last week? Good.
Unit 7, Unit 7. Unit 7, 45, 73, 45, run 3. So go ahead. Unit, so go ahead. Unit, so hospital, 2216. 2216.
There goes Mike.
Go ahead.
Hey, 51 City back with the vehicle landing mileage 103409.
City, clear 2218.
What do you want?
Good.
Shows that street or Milligan Street, Clearance Street.
Good.
Oh, 33 just west. Yeah, that's California 941 John King.
Overshoot Sandy's over there with Tinkertown. Oh, Chandler and Sandy are going on it with Tinkertown. Looks like.
3710.
Keep an eye on that.
Please make you 18. Please make you 18.
And I do feel sorry for the people living in the low-income housing building, especially that one megaphone. That is so grating.
Okay, guys.
Okay, Central.
Yep. You're clear for Central.
David 374 was suspicious in the area of 913 East Dewey, 913 East Dewey.
It's supposed to rain. I know.
He's in the Dollar General parking lot. He hears a warning, he needs help. He doesn't know which direction. He thinks it might be south of Dewey, but what's the officer doing?
Oh yes, we're almost at 100 likes. 6 away. If you came in here late and didn't have a chance to hit the like button, I'd really appreciate it if you did. All you have to do is double tap on a phone or tablet, or just hit the thumbs up on everything else. The camera corner over there. Going out there.
Go ahead.
What does it mean that I miss the gas from the bomb?
Go ahead.
I'll be at one individual product. 33rd in between 46 degrees.
I'm familiar with him. He's French, the French guy, right? Oh, anyway, right there. But that's his thing.
National Limestone Fire. We have a lockout call in Katusha. Address is 6110 North Creekwood Drive. 6110 North Creekwood Drive, crossing to North Waterway Street.
We are filming live protest footage. This is unedited. The protesters may use strong language. Try not to get flagged for 18 and over.
I'm calling to see if I can, but waking up. Not immediately, because usually it's just like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm so tired.
He's going to be in a port up in the parking lot because, he sees it might be coming from behind the fire.
Okay, behind the fire station now.
Anyone, you can show back to it.
It's 6110 North Creekwood Drive. RV's dogs are locked in a storm shelter. The locksman's unable to get in. We're also getting fire department around.
Close route with 4.
Copy that. Limestone Rescue 3, route with 4. Limestone Rescue 3, you're en route to a lockout call on 6110 North Creekwood Drive. In Katusha, across street of North Waterway Street. 4 dogs who are locked in the storm shelter. Locksmith is unable to get in at this time.
John Adam Moore, Adam, Lee, Labor 1878, female, first name William, middle name Charles.
Man, it wasn't supposed to rain tonight. I don't have a rain jacket. It's starting to come down.
Well, thanks, guys, for all your common words. There are your nice words, I should say. Thank you very much. Yes, I am. I'm sitting here literally dozing off in the chair. I'll admit it. I'm not too much of a man to admit it. That, yeah, I'm tired. Oh, my God. Man, I am tired. All right, yeah, I'm going to sign off here in a few minutes, guys, but I want to, I'm still watching this tornado here. It's going into Goodman. Not looking near as strong as it was. Definitely not near as strong as it was. I doubt there's a tornado coming out of this thing at this point. No problem, Crowbar. I'm hoping to be back to 100% then over the next couple days. Tomorrow, I do have some things in the morning that I have to go do with Mom and stuff. Yeah, it's important that I spend some time with her. We planned it as early as we could in the day so that I could be back home by, say, 2 o'clock or so. And I will be going live in the afternoon if it's busy. If not, if there's not a lot going on, then I will probably just work in the studio over here and get some things done over here. But conversely, if it's busy at that point, I will be coming on. I'll come on and go long form. MDR. I'm going to look into it. We got 3 frogs now. So that's how we can kind of judge how things are going. It's a 3-frog night, whatever. It's a 5. It was a lot of protesters. It was a 7-frog night. 2 green, 1 pink. I don't know what that pink thing is. Nowhere else in the world do they dress up in Halloween costumes to protest a serious topic. But the truth is, there's really nothing serious about this to any of these people. Yeah, they're calming down. They're calming down. All right, everybody. I'll play a few songs on the way out, but I am going to start shutting down and getting out of here. I do appreciate everybody coming in tonight and hanging out for the Sights and Sounds of Earth. Again, we'll be on tomorrow. I may come on early. It's all going to depend on what's going on. When I get home, if I can fill the screen with live views and there's stuff to talk about and audio to put on, then I will go live. If not, then I will go into a monitoring mode, and I'm going to work on straightening up over here and setting up a piece of equipment I've got over here. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, so hopefully we'll be able to do that. But if it's busy, I'd rather come on here and do that. So we're going to see how it goes, but I will definitely be on tomorrow night at 9. And then Sunday I will be home all day. I don't know what I'm doing. I do believe I'm going to be working on editing. I'm actually going to try to put out a couple of videos. I've got some stuff I've been recording, and I think I'm going to try to put out a video on Sunday. I've got all day to sit here and do it, so I'm thinking about actually putting out a nice video on Sunday. And then Sunday night at 9 p.m., I'm back on again here for the Sights and Sounds of Earth. So there you go. All right. Well, guys, it's been my pleasure. We'll see you guys tomorrow night on the Sights and Sounds of Earth. I will keep this up for just a few minutes. I did have it. I can't see where I put it now. Yeah, this is a new song tonight, by the way. This song I'm going to play you out with. Everybody have a good night out there. We'll see you tomorrow. This is Starship Adventures, the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name's Ian, and we'll be back tomorrow night, broadcasting live from North Fort Myers. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Safe tomorrow.
Oh, make America great, like Trump always said. Pro-conservative values from heart to anti-terror, anti-commie, anti-lunacy too. Pro-America, pro-flag, red, white, and true. Standing strong with Israel, hand in hand we fight for freedom and faith under God's own light. Terror's got no place in this world we defend, with our allies in Israel, brothers to the end. Oh, make America great, like Trump always said. Pro-conservative values from heart to head. Anti-terror, anti-commie, anti-lunacy too. Pro-America, pro-flag, red, white, and true. Standing strong with Israel, hand in hand we fight for freedom and faith under God's own light. Saddam's regime crumbled, we brought the light of day. No more hiding in shadows, we paved freedom's way. Trump knew the deal with walls and bold calls, kept the radicals running, built those embassy walls. Our bond with Israel, unbreakable chain against Hamas and hatred. We weather the rain, oh make America great, like Trump always said. Pro-conservative values from heart to head. Anti-terror, anti-commie, anti-lunacy too. Pro-America, pro-flag, red, white, and true. Standing strong with Israel, hand in hand we fight for freedom and faith under God's own light. No room for the socialists spinning their lies, or the crazies dividing with their wild-eyed cries. We honor our heroes, the ones who gave all for family, for country, answering the call. Trump led the charge with grit and with grace, keeping our nation in its rightful place. From Baghdad to Jerusalem, the eagle soars high, with stars on our banner, touching the sky. We'll never back down, no surrender in sight. Pro-Trump, pro-values, we'll win this fight. It'll make America great, like Trump always said. Pro-conservative values from heart to head. Anti-terror, anti-commie, anti-lunacy too. Pro-America, pro-flag, red, white, and true. Standing strong with Israel, hand in hand we fight for freedom and faith, forever in sight. Yeah, this one's for the real Trekkies, the ones who remember when Star Trek meant something. Alex Kurtzman, you hack, consider this your send-off. You killed the franchise and we're singing over the grave. I used to beam up proud, watch the stars unfold. Bold explorers, logic sharp, stories pure as gold. Then came Kurtzman, Grim Reaper in a suit, turned the Enterprise into a woke-ass reboot. Cursing the day that clown sniffed around the set. Now it's teen drama trash, the franchise is dead. Greatest sci-fi ever, no, not anymore. You shat all over Roddenberry's core. Oh, Alex Kurtzman, you ruined Star Trek, woke Trek forever, what a pathetic wreck. Barefoot captains, pajama queens on the bridge, cat Cadets fat and whiny, playing high school gigs. A checklist, virtue signaling lectures. Forescape pandering, feelings over vectors. You hate the show, you hate the fans, you hate the dream. Starfleet Academy, more like a bad fever dream. Beat me the hell out of here, Scotty, I'm done. Captain Alake, Holly Hunter's barefoot joke. Strutting in PJs, no shoes, someone's got a fetish poke. Talks like gravel in her mouth, sits like a smug damn cat. Refuses to split a kid from a crook. Starfleet, where's that at? All power to forward shields while getting hit from behind. Technical idiocy shows you got no mind. Women always stronger, smarter, morally supreme. Men bumbling props in your feminist fever dream. Cadets supposed to be elite, fat, dumb, and out of shape. Whining about love triangles, homesick tears on tape. Insubordination daily, no discipline in sight. Mouth off to superiors, get a hug, yeah that's right. Flat as cardboard, one-dimensional D-bots. Speed run arcs, faster than a warp core plot. Everyone's queer-coded, not representation, just force. Preachy therapy speak, empathy circles of course. Oh, Alex Kurtzman, you ruined Star Trek, woke Trek forever, what a pathetic wreck. Barefoot captains, pajama queens on the bridge. Cadets fat and whiny, playing high school gigs. EA checklist, virtue signaling lectures. Forescape pandering, feelings over vectors. You hate the show, you hate the fans, you hate the dream. Starfleet Academy, more like a bad fever dream. Beat me the hell out of here, Scotty, I'm done. Writing's cringeworthy, dialogue preachy and lame. Juvenile jokes fall flat, embarrassing shame. Grainy visuals, cheap effects, sound mix from hell. Low butchered, cannon trash, nostalgia bait smell. Pacing's garbage, unearned tears, forced drama galore. Teen soap on Nickelodeon couldn't be more poor. Viewership tank charts dropping like red shirts in a fight. Low scores ain't bombing, fans just saw the light. Ruined Discovery Picard, strange new worlds too. Lower decks tried, but you poisoned that crew. Turned hope and expiration into leftist lecture halls. Discipline's oppression, men are useless, women got balls. Over-reliance on Easter eggs, desperate and sloppy, no fresh ideas, just wrecking what's copy. Kurtzman, your secret hideout, king of the con. You don't get Trek, you hate it, and it's gone. Oh, Alex Kurtzman, you ruined Star Trek, woke Trek forever, what a pathetic wreck. Barefoot captains, pajama queens on the bridge. Cadets fat and whining, playing high school gigs. EA checklist, virtue signaling lectures. Forescape pandering, feelings over vectors. You wrote the epitaph, killed the best franchise alive. real fans let it die in the dark. Kurtzman, take your woke coat and shove it where it sparks. Star Trek was bold, it was hope, it was true. Now it's your tombstone, and we're laughing at you. God rest the franchise. You murdered it, you prick. In transmission.
Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. It's been my pleasure to be your host. I'll be back on tomorrow sometime after 2 p.m. whenever news breaks. We're in a breaking news mode tomorrow afternoon and evening. Definitely on at 9 o'clock, if not sooner. We'll see you guys tomorrow, right here on Starship Adventures for the sights and sounds of Earth. Have a good night, everybody, and a safe tomorrow. Live from Southwest Florida, this is Starship Adventures, and this concludes our broadcast day. 7-3s, everybody. KO4 EFS. Clear frequency.
The sun.